If you are thinking about forming a PLLC, or you already have a PLLC and you are thinking about providing some kind of non-professional service, or thinking about using your expertise in a way that doesn't necessarily invoke professional purpose, this video is for you. My name is Nate Gilbert. I'm an attorney in San Antonio, Texas. I do a lot of PLLC and LLC formation for professionals and non-professionals alike. One of the questions that I get from professionals is if they have some kind of side business or consulting work, or they want to produce some kind of media, books, pamphlets, whatever it is, that is not necessarily their professional service, but it is professional service adjacent. We kind of have a little balancing test we use on whether or not to use that new service or create a new business for that service when we're talking about should it be a PLLC or an LLC. Right? So just because a physician starts a spaghetti restaurant does not mean that needs to be a PLLC. He's not using his medical license to, make spaghetti, right? That's not something that a medical professional is supposed to be doing with their license, right? That doesn't invoke any of the medical school training or certifications they've received. However, if a physician wants to lecture and do things like, do consulting work for other physician practices and what they should be doing. Well, maybe he's not using his professional license there either, but I do think it invokes the professional expertise of the physician. I ask my clients sometimes, okay, would you be able to do this? And if you did not have your license? And the answer is, if the answer is no, then we definitely want to use a PLLC because we're rendering professional services based on our license. But if the answer is yes, right, and then we kind of go down a little bit more of a rabbit hole on it. And it really depends, and it's not something you can make a decision on based on this video, right? It's going to take a balancing test. We're going to talk about the factors that affect that particular side of your business, whether you're invoking your license, whether you're using professional experience, whether you're advertising yourself as a physician or as a professional that is providing these services, and if those services have the expectation of being professional. So it's not something we can make a determination of right now. You're going to need to speak with an attorney regarding that particular aspect of your business and whether or not it needs to be separate from your professional practice. A lot of times it can be. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out. I offer free consultations where we can discuss that kind of factor, what you should be thinking about in forming this new LLC and versus a new PLLC. Give me a call, schedule a time to speak with me, and I'd be happy to answer any of those questions.